Welcome to the presentation of the Glen More II Chronicles. Today we open Chronicle number 4 and it's called Hammer of the Scots. The Englishmen take part in the game. Rejoice, all of Scotland. Edward I, also known as Edward Longshanks or Hammer of the Scots, was King of England from 1272 to 1307. Some clan leaders used their influence to gain an advantage with the Englishmen. This was also one of the first Chronicles. It's designed by Matthias Cramer and it's really a tactical thriller. Playing this Chronicle, you should bring some experience of the game to the table, because if you play with this Chronicle, you really have to deal with it. In other Chronicles, like the boat race, you might join in a little bit, or maybe leave it aside. If you play with Hammer of the Scots, you must play with Hammer of the Scots. If you don't know the base game of Glen More II Chronicles, here are the rules in under 60 seconds. It's always the turn of the last player on the rondel to take a tile. The further the player moves, the longer he might have to wait until his turn is up again. The player places the tile he has taken on his territory and activates the new tile and all adjacent tiles. You use this to produce whiskey and resources, to take possession of landmarks and to move your Scots, besides which you are only allowed to place new tiles. Many tiles produce victory points by trading resources. If you are in short supply or have plenty of resources, you can use the market. If a player takes a person tile, he can trigger a one-time or permanent effect on the clan board. After each of 4 rounds, there's a rating, where each player measures his difference to the last player in 4 categories. Number of persons, whiskey barrels, landmarks and Scots in the home castle. A difference of 1 will earn you 1 point. A difference of 5 will earn you 8 points. At the end of the game, the territory size of each player's territory is compared to the smallest territory, and you lose 3 victory points for each tile that your territory is bigger. For the full explanation, watch our video here on the channel. This Chronicle adds an additional character to the rondel, the Englishman. Players can learn to control him by selecting the right landmark cards and using a new marketplace to control the Englishman. This Chronicle comes with 4 new landmarks, an overlay for the market, the England token that indicates control over the Englishman, and the Englishman character. As always, you can recognize the new tiles by the printed Chronicle symbol, so that you can easily sort the tiles out after the game. At the beginning of the game, the Englishman stands far ahead on the rondel. The first player who moves over the Englishman or buys one of the new landmarks takes control of the Englishman. This player now has an additional meeple. But the use is expensive. Whenever it is the Englishman's turn, the owner of the Englishman token can decide. Either the player pays the next higher price on the English market row and can take the tile that the Englishman takes for himself, in the regular way he usually does, or he uses the Englishman to place a tile on the discard pile and takes the highest pile of coins from the English market row. If a player controls the Englishman, you just shouldn't leave control of the Englishman with him. You need to take care of it. But taking control of the Englishman is not easy, because there's only 1 landmark in each of the stacks that lets you gain control of the Englishman. Hammer of the Scots is playable from 3 players and adds about 10 minutes to the game. We hope you enjoy Hammer of the Scots.